can't accept the loss, I'm hard-headed. There's a little bit of madness to my method. Many falling off that fine line that I'm treading. I risk anything to be great, and I'm not letting nobody rob me of my victory. Number one, that's what I'm meant to be. When by any means, only thing that makes sense to me, I can make nice or make history. I got that dog in me, yeah, turn me up. Big energy, got the crowd going nuts. I got that dog in me, yeah, Annie up. I take on anyone, I don't need a one-on-one. Got that dog in me, yeah.
What's going on, YouTube? What's going on, family? What's going on, future grandbabies? It's your boy, Bike Life Commando, popping up in here from the coastal empire, Savannah, Georgia, on this rainy and wet weekend that we having. You know, shout outs to all those out there dealing with this storm that's hitting the coast and the Bermudas. Hope you guys are keeping safe. I just wanted to pop up in here and have a little talk about solo riding. Woke up in the morning and just thought to yourself, not today, Satan. Not today. Yeah, man, it's one of those things where you wake up and you just got a whole bunch of weight on your mind. Maybe you were having a tiff with your spouse or a child or sibling. It's just one of those things where you thought to yourself, you know what? I gotta get myself together. So what do? I think it's a problem that a lot of people have. And I know women have their own stresses, but for men, I know particularly, you know, we're expected to be good fathers, good husbands, good partners in life, you know, just good men in general, good sons. You know, it's just a lot of stress in the world if you fancy holding up your family on your shoulders. And it's not even really a calling that most men ask for. It's just something that typically happens. We just end up carrying the weight and pressures of our families on our back. How do you deal with it? Like, I'm not even sure if people really understand the pressures, you know, women at least, you know, that some men have. You know, I know, and this is not to say that women don't respect their partners or anything like that. It's just that sometimes it's missed, right? And just like men miss things with their wives. I mean, it's a fact. We have to learn each other constantly, you know? But I know for me, I get to this point where I can't, you know, I'm kind of at that point now. Like, I just got to get out. I just got to get away. It's not that I hate my family or I don't love somebody. I just got to get away. I gotta pull myself out of this hole. I just got to get away from everyone. Now, when I say this, I don't want it to be misunderstood. I'm not talking about running. I'm not talking about never coming back. The last thing I want to do is wake up and not know my family is there, that my children are there, my wife is there. Nobody wants to go through that. I love them dearly. But sometimes I just want to throw my leg across my V-twin and hit the highway, and just for a few weeks and just go download, be one with nature, talk to God, my deity, right? I just want to get out and download that stress. That's all I want to do. And let's keep it real. I do it just to get myself centered, right? And then that's why I want to do it. You know, I do it. I don't make a plan. I just go down the road, man. I just go down the highway and find some place obscure. Sometimes it's an hour away. Sometimes it's 20 hours away. I just got to get myself out, away and far beyond the drama. I need to come back to my center. Sometimes your motorcycle is the only one I feel can listen to you, right? At least with my motorcycle. I feel like I don't have to say a word. It's an inanimate object, I know. I don't have to say a word, but it knows exactly what I need. It knows exactly how to get my engines restarted, so to speak, right? And when I hear the rumble of that engine, of that V-twin, that gurgle when I come down on the throttle, that's my bike telling me everything's gonna be all right, man. Let's get it. Just to keep it clear, we're not talking about the destination. We're not talking about modifications on your bike. We're not talking about what you've done to the engine to make it sound like a beast. It's all about getting out and finding yourself. I don't know about you, but when I get on my motorcycle, I say a prayer. Because one, I don't know what's going to happen out there. Anything can happen. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to be as safe as possible. And then two, I just kind of go in a general direction, not really making a plan like I said before. And sometimes I just ride until the gas tank is empty. If you've ever had a ride like that, throw in the comments about just finding yourself. How many, I said before, I had a video one time where I said, I don't want you to ride angry. This ain't about riding angry. This is about riding for clarity. Some people said I ride better when I'm angry. I know they were joking. I don't know if they were joking. I hope they were joking because I want you to have a clear head. But, at least in my world, as far as V-twins are concerned, I want to ride to a point where I come back a better person. And that's the point, at least for me, why I would go on a walkabout for 15 days. So I can come back and re-jumpstart the year. I'm going on a walkabout here in November. And I'm going to really just ride. I don't really have intentions of stopping too many places, but if I see something interesting, I will. But it's just about getting on the motorcycle, seeing the country from the back of a V-twin, enjoying the moment, going to hug my mom, going to touch the water, trying to get myself together. There's so much drama in my life, personally, that I find speaking with you all just as much of a relief as riding my motorcycle. So this is actually therapy for me. Kind of like a video confession, right? But my motorcycle, that's someone I can confide in. That's something I can speak to. Sort of like my deity. I can say anything to God, Jesus, and I'm good. Same thing with my motorcycle. When I'm just need a place to download, that's where it goes. It's like a thumb drive in perpetuity. Let's keep it by it now. A lot of people ride solo for many different reasons. Understand this, when you're riding, for some people, it's about getting back to their center, right? For some people, right? But others, it's also about, you might need to check in on them, right? I'm not saying don't check in on me, but I'm not there, right? I'm not where my mind would be in a dark, dismal place. I'm just in a place where the stress is becoming a little overwhelming, right? So keep in mind, there are people like me who ride solo for clarity, but there are some people who ride solo that we might need to check in on, and we mustn't forget them, because there are a lot of people who suffer in silence. You don't know what they're thinking about. You don't know what they got going on. I will end this by saying, if you're going to ride and ride solo, please remember, your motorcycle demands your full attention. If you're having those dark thoughts, or you're missing stop signs, or almost having traffic accidents, be mindful and be truthful. Understand there is somebody out there that can help you through this. Do not get on your motorcycle if you don't fully intend on being there. Or if you get on your motorcycle and you become aware of the fact that you're not fully there, pull over, because you need to be there. The motorcycle is very much a tool as it is something that can hurt you, right? So be mindful that if you're having intrusive thoughts or you're not totally present, that you shouldn't ride your motorcycle. Find your balance. Find your love. Find those around you that help complete you and balance you, because they're there. And like I said, riding solo doesn't mean you're riding lonely. It just means you're trying to find your way back to your flock. Listen, you know what it is. You got a motorcycle in your garage collecting dust, pull it out, dust it off, gas it up, and go enjoy the ride.
System me, I can make nice or make history. I got that dog.